Wait, what?
What?
Who? When?
Right.
What the fuck's going on? So,
What's up, fuckers?
oh, fuck. I forgot to open up the chat window so we can talk and do the blibber mouth that Shazad's at chat, you know?
Yep. We
Where's
got
that?
a couple people in here.
Oh, man. I got to go click that link real quick. So before our, I guess before our guest, if he comes on, we should just talk about this real quick. I wouldn't call it metal news, but, you know, the little Limp Bizkit, you know, Chester Bennington killing himself.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Oh, it's silly.
Crazy, man. It was weird. I was doing the one remodel I'm doing, and I walked by right as they fucking announced it. I'm like, holy fuck, that's fucking nuts, man.
Dude, literally 2 minutes after it was on the news, because I'm weird, I had to go look at his Wikipedia real quick just to see if somebody changed it. 2 seconds after it was announced on the news, his Wikipedia was changed. Those motherfuckers, those Wikipedia people get right on that shit.
Yeah, goddamn.
That's fucking silliness.
What's going on, Pedro, Jess, and Darren?
Did you fucking check out that Mike 9 interview?
Dude, it's fucking killing it, man. You did a good job on that.
I don't feel like I asked anything relevant.
Still, it's getting its views, man.
I was fucking hammered, man. Oh, it was silliness.
I was still fucking actually, I know you did it, but hearing it, I'm like, that's fucking awesome. We actually fucking got him on here.
Oh yeah. I thought it was just fucking absolutely hysterical when I asked him if he was mowing the lawn. He goes, "No, fuck that."
Well, yeah, no, fuck no. Well, Rob Arnold, I seen him posting his thing for his Elite album, and he told me to hit him up when I see stuff. So I shot him a fucking message saying, "What's up, man?" Yeah, he's doing a solo project. It's called Elite. I guess he's gonna have a bunch of like collabs and shit on it. So I sent him a message, and he said, "Let me see what day I have, and he'll get back to me." That was about 4 days ago. I'm not letting that motherfucker go. I'll harass him. I'll go to the fucking show still if we don't have him by then.
Oh, that's what we do. We know how to harass, man. I'm still harassing. Kirk said yes. I'm still harassing the absolute fuck out of him, and that's pissing me off. I want that to happen.
Dude, do you think I should fucking approach him? And when he comes to Pittsburgh, like, hey man, I'm part of Josh's Metal Monday. You said yeah, what's up?
Yeah, yeah, just fucking put him on the spot. Be like, you got 5 minutes right now, real quick. We can just do this.
Yep, I got my handy cam here, man.
Dude, that's it. Just put him right on the spot, and then it's easy. Like either will no. He'll tell you to go fuck yourself, or he'll say yes.
I'm also gonna go up to Matt Brunson too, because he said yeah, and then they went on tour with shit, I forget who it was now. Shit, they went on tour.
No, it was before that tour. I think it was before the Suicidal tour.
Yeah, it was right before, because he's the day he agreed to do it, he messaged me and said, "Oh, hit me up after rehearsal. They're rehearsing for the tour," and then I just never heard back from him.
Silly, absolute fucking silliness. I don't know.
I definitely would like to get one of them too, man. I mean, Tommy was fucking cool as shit, so it'd be really cool to have Kirk on here, man.
Yeah, it would be. Let's see what's up. We still got a couple more boys from I Hate God to speak with.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
He's on. What's up, man?
That was easy.
How you doing, buddy?
I was doing better until I tried to install the stupid plugin.
Oh, you had to install it.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass.
Oh shit!
Those fucking Macs, bro. If you had the PC, PC's the master race. Then you just click that link, virtual right to us.
I converted a few years ago.
Oh, that's okay as long as you like them crackers they give you.
Supposed to make my life easier, and it doesn't happen.
It's good to get you on, man. I'm Josh. That's other Josh. We're two Joshes.
What's up, Joshes?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
It's fucking great to see you.
Yeah.
Been a Typo fan for a long time.
Yeah, Ken's been telling me about this for a while.
Oh, okay.
So he's like, "Oh, you gotta get on the show." I was like, "Yeah, all right." He was like, "Well, how about like a couple of weeks?" And there he is. Just too much. I've just been doing too much. I just moved to Texas.
Oh wow, I was just down there actually, man.
Yeah, it's a lot different than what I'm used to.
Yeah, I live in Pittsburgh. I took a flight down to see Warbeast's final concert, and it's fucking hot as hell down there, man.
Yeah, understatement of the year.
So I heard Kenny's working on what, car of yours, or
Yeah, Kenny's had it since December.
what is it?
1970 Dodge Super Big.
Ooh,
Yeah, and you know, there's a
I hope he gives it
that
back.
goes along with it. But I've had the car for a long time, and I finally got around to getting it done. You know, Ken's doing some charity work,
We're getting some drumming.
and you know, I had a bad scene. The car was in Chicago for a year, and it got more rust on it dealing with the Chicago winter. And then Ken was just like, you know, send it to me. So I sent it up to New Hampshire with him, and he's had it, and it's coming along great.
he does some fucking awesome work.
It's unbelievable. Did he tell you? Do you guys know Ken a long time?
How long we known Ken? I since the night he snuck in my window and was tickling me in the ear. 3 months ago, I think. 3-4 months.
Yeah, we had him come on the show one time, and he's just been cool as shit. So we bullshit with him every week. He comes on. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, very cool. Ken, I met Ken through Type O. He used to work for Type O, like when I first joined the band, and then he he got out of it, you know. Which
No,
was
I was
good for
stuck
him.
with Biohazard.
He was like, "That's it. I'm done with this. I'm going to fix cars." And then he knew I was into cars too. So like we were playing in Boston. We were playing at the Axis.
Oh shit, no.
And he comes with his Mach 1. Remember that?
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah,
He brings his Mach 1, his gorgeous
I just
Mustang.
fucking finished it.
He just finished it, and in the loadout, one of our other crew guys put a road case into the fender, like the quarter panel.
No, they backed the truck. Bruce
Remember that?
Manning, fucking from Biohazard.
Bruce Manning did it?
Yeah, backed the fucking equipment truck into the door.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn.
It broke the glass.
Yeah.
Fucker.
It was really, really sad at the time. It's really tough.
Yeah, we've known each other a long time.
Johnny, I got a question to ask you.
That's how I knew Ken was like, doing cars and stuff.
Right on. I got a quick question to ask you. Remember that little bald-headed kid you used to take on tour with you, the youngin'?
Jeremy,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember. You were playing a show with Seventh Void outside the loft in Poughkeepsie. You remember someone yelling to you if Jeremy ever got Pete's cock in his mouth when you're walking down the road?
I know I don't remember. I remember being at the Chance. I remember the show, but I don't.
I saw you guys, and I had to scream it at you just from seeing the movie.
People asking me questions about Jeremy, questions like that too. It's like that happens pretty often.
Well, the question is, did he ever grow up enough to get the cock finally all the way in?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if he went all the way,
I know, right, John?
but he gave it the college try.
Johnny, listen, I have to call a timeout because whenever he starts talking about cock, I have to time out because viewers start dropping off. So just drop it, Josh. Leave your fantasies behind.
Oh yeah, I'm getting my chance. I had to ask a question. Come on.
All right,
Jeremy's a
that's
good
it.
kid.
You had one. Fucking one.
All right, no more sausage questions.
No more
Right.
sauce.
No.
That's it. We're done.
So from what I understand, man, you're a busy dude jamming around fucking multi-bands.
Well, it's it seems that way. Like if you look at it on paper, it is, but I'm not really all that busy. That's why I'm in so many bands.
Right? Oh, how did you end up jamming with Rex Brown?
That really started from like I had run into Rex with Kill Devil Hill. I was on tour with Danzig, and we broke up a drive. We were driving from El Paso to San Francisco, and we stopped in California just to give the driver a break, take a few hours, and I stepped off the bus, and then I see a tour bus across the street from ours. And I was like, I know that bus. It was Rita's bus. Rita, Dimebag.
Rita Haney.
Yeah, Rita Haney. It was her bus. And I was like, I know that bus. And so I go and I knock on the door, and it's Rex in Kill Devil Hill.
Oh, shit.
And I hadn't seen Rex in a while. But after that, a few months later, Vinny Appice had left the band, and Rex called me up and asked if I would be interested in, jamming. And I flew out to California. I played with the guys, and then after that, I was in Kill Devil Hill. We did a little bit of touring on the Revolution Rise record, and then after that, we still stayed in touch, and we were still talking, like with Kill Devil Hill stuff. And then he was telling me that he was doing the solo record, and then we were staying in touch over that, and he would he was sending me songs as he was working on it, because he's singing now, and it was a big thing for him, and that was a big hurdle to jump. It wasn't something that he was used to. And then when it came time for him to put the live band together, it was, he asked me if I wanted to do it, and I've been down now it's up. I've been down to Nashville a few times with him, and he's the live band that he put together is great. It's definitely a little bit of a departure for me, music-wise. It's more, rock and roll. And
yeah, I just seen a video yesterday. I was like, okay, it's definitely different.
Yeah, it's I wouldn't. If you're expecting another Pantera record, you're expecting Far Beyond Driven or something like that. That's not. This is not the record for you.
It's kind of like Jimmy Bower. If you listen to Jimmy Bower solo stuff, it's nothing like you'd ever expect it to be.
Right. It's he wanted to step outside of the box. He wanted to do something different. And I'm all for it. I really love the record. I'm a classic rock guy at heart.
Right on.
See, as I'm getting older, I'm definitely digging the more not super mellow shit like Down, one of Phil's side projects. That's my type of shit right now. But younger, it was the fucking windmill neck breaking shit. Actually, I remember my brother showed me Typo for the first time. It was your guys. It was Nativity in Black, your cover of Black Sabbath. I'd never heard Typo, and I just remember being like, "What the fuck is that?"
Definitely not.
Josh turned me on to the Typo, some shit. He's a big Typo guy.
And even Typo's roots are very based in classic rock. So it's a departure playing with Rex, but really isn't. I kind of came from that before I was in Typo, and now I'm going back to it. And it's it's nice. It's nice to do something different instead of I like playing in different bands and trying to do something a little different instead of I wouldn't want to play in 4 or 5 different bands that sounded like Typo Negative.
Right.
There's nothing stimulating in that. It doesn't expand anything. You don't really learn from it. It's it would just be me being Johnny Kelly playing with 4 other guys.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's cool to step out of the box a little bit and do something different. And the record comes out in actually it comes out in 4 days.
Fucking A, man.
Was I reading somewhere you guys just did a show and you paired off with 2 other drummers at the show for the Rex Brown?
I think you saw a picture online.
I thought it said you and 2 other guys that played. You were all
right now, as it stands right now, there were 3 drummers involved in the record.
Okay.
One guy who I met at the show that we did last week, he did the demos for the record.
Okay.
And then Chris Williams from Accept, he recorded the record. And then now I'm the live drummer.
Okay.
And so the 3 of us got together for a picture.
Oh, okay. I didn't think it was a show for some reason. I smoke a lot of pot, so I forget.
No, we didn't do any. We didn't do. The other guys didn't play at the show.
Right on.
What about Bonzo's launch?
What about what?
Bonzo's birthday bash. You gonna do that?
Oh, at the Bonzo bash? I don't think. I'm not sure if they're going to do another one. I know that they did one. They were doing them on the East Coast, and that's how I got involved in that. But
That was awesome.
now they just do it at NAMM.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to NAMM. So if I do go and they have it, I'll probably play.
You're coming to New Hampshire.
I'm coming to New Hampshire. The first time I'm coming to New Hampshire in probably like a good 20 years.
Aren't you up in New York?
Broke down a year ago.
What's that?
Aren't you doing?
No,
Isn't you're up in New York next week for Ride for Dime, right?
Yeah, that's on the 26th.
Right on.
New Jersey. I think it's the first time that they're doing like a Ride for Dime up in the Northeast.
I've never seen it up
Yeah,
here.
that's fucking crazy, man. It's normally the Texas thing.
Yeah, I know they've been doing them down here for a long time. I came down. I did one years ago. I want to say maybe like 2010, maybe somewhere around there. I did one. I got to play with Ace Frehley. Did a couple of songs, so that was pretty cool. Bucket list. that was
All right, we got this dude in the chat. His name's Goretooth. He's a huge fan. He wanted me to ask you, is there any plans on doing a reunion tour with guest vocalists like the Doors did with Dude from the Cult? I can't readily imagine anyone filling Peter's shoes, but someone out there must be good enough.
You know what? Like I played around with the idea, like, hanging out, having a couple of beers and talking about it or something like that. If I ever got involved in something like that, I would want it to be very abstract. I wouldn't want somebody that would would sing and look like Peter. That's just creepy to me.
Right? Yeah.
I would want to whatever
That is too creepy.
get a different interpretation
A hologram
of it, or have a girl singer.
Mm.
That would be pretty trippy.
Yeah.
Like what Kenny said, you do a hologram.
Yeah, we'll see how Dio works out.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean, there's people ask me about it a lot, but it's really one of those things. If Peter's not there, and especially if Josh isn't there, it's really hard to it's hard for me to envision.
What the fuck is Josh doing nowadays?
Josh is a paramedic for the fire department in New York.
No shit.
Oh, wow. And he's probably loving it.
That is his gig now. That's his thing, and he's
loves
really passionate about it. He loves it, and when I speak to him on the phone, because Typo, there's still a company, there's still a corporation. So we talk about something will come up or whatever, and we'll talk, and then we text here and there and stuff.
Like they're selling bootleg shit again.
Right, whatever it is, whatever, somebody's interested in doing something with the catalog, or whatever it is, and Josh and I we'll talk, and then talk on the phone. We'll talk about that for 2 minutes, and be I don't care what happens, whatever, I don't give a shit anymore. And then he'll tell me, he'll spend I'll be on the phone with him for the next hour, and he'll talk about work all day.
Right.
That's the kind of person that he is. He's always been a 110% person. So when we were in, when Typo Negative was active, everything was, 110% Typo Negative. And then when Typo Negative wasn't active anymore, he had no interest in, music. He had no interest in playing music, producing music. I'm not even sure if he listens to music in his car.
He is full time on fucking paramedic. Yeah,
that's it. He's just done with it, and he was going to school to be a paramedic before Peter passed away. And we whatever city, the last tour that we did, he was in school. He was studying to do that, and whatever city we were in, he'd go outside to the front of the venue and start hanging out with the EMTs and stuff like that. He was that was more interesting to him than whatever sound check or whatever anything but
he was asking questions about what's going to be on the test
or whatever it was. That was his interest. Wow. That's I knew that after that tour, I had a feeling that Josh was never going to tour again, because that's the kind of person he is. He would have wanted to produce the records and stuff, but he wanted to be a paramedic. and he went out and did it. You know, and that's the kind of person he is. So now
That's fucking
he's
awesome.
just totally consumed with being a paramedic.
Doing his fucking dream, man. It's just everybody's dream's different. As
That's
long
it.
as you
You know,
can do
like
what
his life, his dream when he was younger was to play rock and roll. Then he got into another interest, and then that was what he wanted to do. He pursued it and got it. You know, good for him. I'm happy.
Yo, he spent half his life singing about like suicide and everything, and now the other half is like, yo, I have to protect these people now. He probably has a
Now he
guilt on
plays,
him.
you know, now he plays God.
That's crazy too, because my girlfriend's actually going to school to be an EMT, and she brings home some of the shit they're doing in their class. And I'm like, wow, man, you got to have a strong fucking stomach and like.
Yeah, I was like, you know, like when he told me,
off in the head too.
when he told me that that's what he was going to, like that was the career path that he was like, you know, going into. And I was the first thing that came to me was like, I was like, you know what? The first car accident or something with children in it, I was like, I'm out.
Dude, that's
like,
exactly what I said to my girlfriend. Are you going to be able to handle going to a scene where there's like an infant or something?
I couldn't do that.
Yo,
No.
can I give a quick story from the womb? Right, my father used to tow for the town. Right? And tow cars and do towing for the town, an accident, anything for the town. So he gets this call. He's like, hey, I get a call. There's a guy, I guess, committed suicide. We're going to go, you know, we got to tow the car.
Yeah.
The car's still fucking running. The guy's in it with the hose. We're the first ones on the scene. Like, wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. And then there's the other one. I'm only like 10, 12 years old. He takes me to a head-on crash with a fucking family and all this shit. And I'm like, I have to like, we're going through the fucking, I was just like, this is crazy. But it kind of, after a while, you get a little.
Right. It becomes your job.
You know,
it's like, you know, you become immune to it. But
it's kind of like the guys.
You're thinking differently, too. You're not thinking like, oh, my God, you're going there with a purpose.
Yeah.
So,
right.
It's like the guys who clean my septic tank out. They show up, dude. They fucking clean the shit out. They don't even wear fucking gloves. They never wear gloves. And you see them drinking.
With one hand.
Oh, they don't give a fuck. It's scary. It just becomes normal.
Yeah, it's I don't want to cross that bridge. I'm not ready for that.
So I got to ask you, buddy, what the fuck's going on with Seventh Void?
We just announced, actually yesterday, we just announced.
Ooh.
We changed the name of the band. We changed it to it's now called Silvertune.
Oh, okay. I saw that for the okay.
Because we added two new guys. We have a keyboard player now, Aaron Juice, and he plays keyboards, he plays guitar, he sings, and so like the music changed quite a bit from what Seventh Void was. So we didn't want to like we had debated changing the name, and then we were like, I don't know, I was like, oh, maybe we should keep it, maybe we should change it, and we decided to change it. So new band. Some of the faces are familiar. Some of them are new. And we're doing our first show. We're playing it Right for Dime on the 26th.
Right on. Are you guys going to be doing Seventh Void songs, or is this completely new?
Honestly, I doubt it, because we're only doing like a 40-minute set.
Okay.
And I think, the thing is to like really kind of like, present this as something that's brand new and not really tie it to anything else.
Right on. I'll feel special if you guys never play Seventh Void songs again. I'd be one of the few people who've seen it live.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's been so long in between records too. Like that record came out.
Was that 6-7 years ago?
Like 8. I think it came out in 2009.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah, and so with that, with so much time going by, we just decided to just start fresh.
Right on.
Fresh start. I mean, there's some things that tie it to like there's some stuff in the music that reflects what Seventh Void did. It also has like it has a lot of elements of like what Type O used to do.
Right on.
Like when we did the Seventh Void record, the idea was to be you know, something that was completely different from what Typo was, because we were already in Typo, and it was an active band, and we wanted to do something different. And then, you know, with so many years passing and stuff like that, you know, I miss Typo. You know, I miss playing that music. I miss playing those songs. You know, so there were definitely elements of it. I was a huge Typo fan before I joined the band. You know, when I heard that first record, I was completely blown away. You know, I was just like, you know, that's the band I want to be in. And I wound up being, you know, a couple of years later. But there are elements of that kind of music that I really miss playing. So
and he was in Sal's band.
I played with Sal, Pale Horse. That was definitely definitely had some Typo element to it as well. You know, I mean, some of it you're not really going to get away from, because, like, especially when you have, like, you know, like more than one person that was in a band, it's going to have some kind of, you know.
Well, you got that personal flavor, the mixture you make together. It just it becomes natural, you know. It's how you play.
Well, yeah, it's like, you know, it's your, you know, I don't want to say you're
kind of like making love to a woman for the rest of your life.
Exactly. It's like you're
you know how that woman feels. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, but there were definitely, like, you know, like, especially now, you know, like Peter passed away, 7 years ago. It's a long time. And, you know, to not have that, you know, I miss having that in my life. Like, you know, that, you know, creatively, musically and stuff. I mean, of course I miss Peter, but, you know, we're talking about, you know, Silvertone and the music and, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, there's definitely aspects of that music that I miss playing. There's a lot of dynamics in it and stuff. I mean, it was also very, like, you know, crushingly heavy, but it also had a lot of melody. And I miss that.
Typo, like, holy fuck, man. Some of that shit that I listened to on Typo, I fucking was wanting to kill myself. I was loving life. Oh, Typo was music for all the kids, man.
At least it brought something out of you.
Oh, it brought nothing but emotion.
That's the first time I heard it was the Nativity in Black album, and I kind of, you know, seen you guys because jamming a Pantera. I seen you guys toured with Pantera, so I checked out, you know, and then Josh, you know, he kind of was like, "We check this out, check this out, check this out." So I can't act like, you know, I know a whole shitload about Typo, but I know some shit. Josh was the guy that really got me listening to it lately.
That's cool.
Well, I have a copy of fucking Peter's fucking Playgirl magazine.
Yeah, you do, but the pages are stuck together.
No, I keep that one wrapped up. It's in mint fucking condition.
Yeah, it's wrapped up. I don't want to.
No fucking stains on that one, buddy.
How do you explain that to your friends?
Collector's item. Come on, you don't look at it. You just have it for the fucking, you know, for the novelty of it.
Is that what you tell them?
That's just how I lie to myself.
That's what you tell them.
I think that novelty is etched in.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't get judge me all you want. I don't care.
No.
Were you guys like blown away when he was doing that? Going and doing the Playgirl thing?
What's that?
Were you guys kind of like taken back when you heard he was going to do the Playgirl thing?
When he was offered to do it, you know, and he told us, he was like, you know, I got this offer, like, you know, they want me to do Playgirl, and we were like, you have to do it.
Yeah, you do.
We were like, you have to do it. I wasn't expecting to see it so much, but we were certainly encouraging him to do it because we thought it was nostalgia.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, we knew for certain that it was like, you know what, if you do it, people are going to talk about this. You know,
yeah.
And pretty much, people are still talking about it.
We're talking about it right now.
Right.
Yeah,
there was no my buddy back then.
So, like, you know, so in retrospect, it certainly, you know, like, it did everything we were expecting it to do, and then some.
Oh yeah, because he had to go right. I like girls afterwards. That is.
I was talking to my buddy before this because his wife's.
It was funny, like when that started happening, like, you know, after the issue came out, and people were starting to like bring it to shows. Oh, can you sign this? Can you autograph this? And they were like, like we would do like in stores, like go to record shops and stuff. And people were starting it, like people were bringing it now to the to in stores to have Peter sign it, and then it was like a lot of guys were bringing it.
Gosh.
And Josh,
Josh was probably one of them.
And it'd be like, oh, can you sign the centerfold? I was like, can I sign another page? Isn't it? Like,
I would have
the cover fine,
we want everyone to sign this page.
But I mean, it was funny, like like nobody was thinking, like like this magazine, like caters to like the gay community.
I thought that's why you guys were encouraging.
It was just like like for chicks.
That is hilarious.
And then like guys were showing up. Oh, can you sign the centerfold? It's like so nice to meet you. It's like whoa.
He could have gotten a lot of free dinners if he wanted it.
Whatever.
A meal's a meal, man.
No, but it was funny. I mean, we had a lot of laughs over it, so it definitely paid off.
It's fucking hysterical, dude.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Now,
blanked your mind a little bit, made you guys cross-dress one time or two.
But we did that once.
Like
we did that once, and then we did the we did the pictures. Like we did pictures of all of us in bed with stuffed animals and stuff. That was for like a Valentine's Day issue of like remember like the Aquarian or something like that.
We got a request in the chat. What's could you tell us the craziest tour story from Typo years?
I mean, there was like, I mean, it got to a point where it was like like every day, like something like to most people it would be like completely crazy, but for us it was like a normal day. Like like girls, like whatever, a girl would come to see Peter and like show up with like a suitcase thinking that she was going to travel with the band, or like getting squirt with breast milk.
Oh god!
Chicks pulling out like shotguns in cars at strip clubs, and a security guard getting murdered in a backstage area. And then the guy that murdered him got out of jail and came to the show like 15 years later and was like, "Hey, I'm that guy."
Whoa!
Can you sign my fucking plate?
Hey, nice to see you. I hope everything's going well now, right? We're good, right?
Damn. Yo, that ain't no joke though. People have mental fucking issues. You got to be fucking careful.
Like you never really know who you're gonna come across. But
dude, back then we had to say to the manager, "This is the fucking license plate number of where I'm going with." Or whatever, or something, because we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have anything, internet.
Yeah, I don't even know how
the hotel was.
I'm not even sure how we function. I got oil spotted at Harpo's.
Yeah,
Harpo's in Detroit.
what
the fuck?
I went into the venue to get the merch guy because he was taking too long. I went in. He went out another door. The bus left. Everybody thought I was in my bunk.
Jesus.
I step out of the venue.
I get left in Salzburg. Now,
what do you do in a situation like that?
On the fucking hill.
This was,
the Sound of Music and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, Harpo's.
I started fucking climbing that.
Harpo's.
Yeah, I see that. I don't know the venue, but I see it all the time. Like that's one of their big spots.
It's one of the worst neighborhoods in America.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you can get killed.
Well, dude, I live
in a situation like that. I'm assuming it's before cell phones that happened.
Yeah, I ran out of the venue. I'm like, I opened the door. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go. And the bus is gone.
Whoa.
And now it's like 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh.
And I'm like, I run around the whole building and stuff, and I'm like looking for somebody, and I ran across one of the like bouncers. And I was like, dude, the bus left without me. I was like, can you help me? I had no money. I didn't have a wallet. I had nothing.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah,
I
you get
didn't,
lost.
I didn't have a
You get
quarter to
lost.
make a phone call, but I wouldn't even know who to call because I didn't know any phone numbers of anybody. And he was like,
Yo,
and he's
buses
like,
did have Sky phones.
Yeah.
Some buses had Sky phones back then.
not us. Not,
Not us. We had a Winnebago.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it even a bus? It was probably more of a van.
we had a bus. The first tour that I did with the band, we had a bus.
I apologize.
It was really old and beat up, but it was a bus. And I ran into this guy, this bouncer guy, and I told him, I was like, look, I got stranded. And he was like, where you staying? I was like, I don't know. All I knew was that it was like a Best Western off of I-75 in Detroit. And he was like, oh, I know where that is. And he gave me a ride, and we get there, and I'm like, this isn't the hotel.
Oh.
And he's like, and he goes, oh, it must be the other one on the other side of town. And he drove me on the other, he drove me around. He took me there. We finally got there, and he dropped me off. I was like, thank you. I was like, I owe you my life.
Yeah, you do.
And I ran on the bus, and I yelled at him. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, what? And everybody's looking at me like, what? What's the problem? It's like, you just fucking left me at Harpo's.
What's the problem?
Yeah. We thought you were sleeping in your bunk.
I
Bunch of
remember.
fucking assholes.
Fucking not cool.
Luckily, that was a hotel date. It wasn't straight to the next city, man.
Oh, forget it. If we did it, we did that to our drum tech once.
Oh, fuck.
He got left at a truck stop.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he got left at a truck stop, and then we had to fly him in. We had to fly him to the next city. I don't even know how he got from the truck stop to the airport or anything.
Did you guys have a tour manager?
When I got oil spotted, well, sort of. I wouldn't. He was sort of a tour manager.
If he's gonna walk around and call himself a tour manager, the motherfucker needs to learn how to count heads. It's like counting children. It's one.
I think it was just like one
You
of
have
those.
one job, dude.
He became designated tour manager more than actually title.
All right, well, Goretooth wants us to ask you, how did you guys come up with such beautiful slow pieces like in the middle of the title track to World Coming Down? Is that someone's classical music training, or is it because that shit is deep?
I think it was a little bit of both. I know Peter took a couple of music courses in community college, but he was very aware of song structures and relative keys and things like that, and what's going to work, what doesn't. But a lot of it, that was maybe 10% of it. The other 90 was pure emotion.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, he's a big fan. He's in a pretty brutal death metal group. He's seen that you were coming on, and he's all pumped up, no fucking way.
He says, I told him to jump on and say hi to you. He says he's too shy and that he's a total faggot fanboy.
That's not really very death metal of him, is it?
That's what I keep telling him.
He's pretty fucking brutal too. This is kind of weird.
for a name like Goretooth, he's sounding kind of kittenish.
And then Darren, he's in the chat too. I'm assuming he's meaning with the Rex Brown project. Is there any West Coast tour dates coming up?
I just got an email from our manager yesterday asking about availabilities and stuff. They're looking right now. I think the plan is to do a club tour for a month in the States, and if we're doing a month, there's probably a good chance that we're probably going to do a lap around the country.
Right on.
You got to get to Poughkeepsie's again. You know what a shithole Poughkeepsie is. You love it here.
We belong there.
You guys fucking belong.
Yeah.
Oh. I had some of the greatest nights of my life seeing you in fucking Typo and 7th Floor in Poughkeepsie.
Yeah, the chances of that's a pretty fun place to play.
It is fucking fun.
That's a cool gig.
Nobody gives a shit.
Is that place where you were told there's a drug problem?
Yeah, Jimmy Power. When he was we were interviewing him. He goes, "Yeah, y'all got a drug problem up there, son."
I think that's a fair assumption. You know, it's
Well, some people like crack. What's wrong with that? Like, I don't judge people.
Somebody's got to smoke.
Hey, make the world sober again.
Right? Somebody's got to smoke the crack.
You know, everybody. You know, this. We were interviewing him. He goes, "Yeah, y'all got a."
There's Gore.
Oh, he came on. Holy shit.
You threatened him into it.
Does he know he's on?
No, he's got a lag on his shit. I think he freezes up. But he was shying out to meet you. That's his face.
I got Wi-Fi. I got blessed with some Wi-Fi. Fucking A.
Fucking A.
I just seen the video you jamming the other day, dude. That's fucking killer.
Where? Oh yeah,
For Disfigured.
show, right. Fucking badass though. Fucking A. Stomping my foot and all that. I was fucking tripping balls on acid, drunk as fuck.
That was pretty brutal.
Before your Wi-Fi fucks up and you kick out, say what you want to Mr. Johnny here.
All right, well, I just have a story that I want to tell, man. The first time I went to see you guys was January, whatever the fuck, in 1996 at Pearl Street in Northampton, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were with Drain STH and Sister Machine Gun.
Okay.
And I got super fucking drunk on the way to the show. It was like a 45-minute drive from Western Mass to Western Mass. I was just out there in the middle of nowhere. And I was drinking TGI Friday mudslides, those little shots where you remember those back in the day. So, Drain STH, they're hot chicks. They're all right and shit. And then Sister Machine Gun gets on stage and they fucking suck. How you guys got on tour with that? I don't know. But they're fucking terrible. And I'm super fucking wasted, right? And so I started to do the whole like thing from Origin of the Feces. The you suck, fuck you. And man, I'm loud as and you can hear me over them like no problem. And so the singer of that band's on stage, blah, 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 singing his shit. He points at me, goes like this. Everybody pushed me right up to the front, and he tried to kick me right in my fucking head, and I grabbed him by his boot. I'm trying to pull him off the stage. I got swarmed on by fucking staff, bouncers and shit, and they kicked me out. They just said, go outside, cool off, relax, go down the street, grab a coffee, chill the fuck out.
Gore.
So I did, and then I heard you guys warming up.
Did he tell you, hey,
you guys
Simon,
warming up?
shit off?
Shut up, dude. So I heard you guys warming up from outside, and I went and knocked on the front door, and I asked, I said, can I get back in? Typo's going to fucking start. And they said, go fuck yourself, bro. Thanks for your donation. Oh, I got mad as fuck. And there was, like, the whole sidewalk is lined with fucking little square windows. I started popping them out, smashing them out as I'm walking down, and the cops came and just disfigured. It was fucked up. I didn't get locked up. I could never go back there. And that was the first time I went to see Typo Negative, and I didn't even get to see y'all, man. But I could hear it from outside, man. I got to hear some shit. So that was cool. But I did get to see you guys 4 times after that. The last time was Houston in 2009 with Hatebreed, I think it was.
Okay.
And I just want to say your music has been the backbone of a lot of my fucking life. I go back to it whenever I'm in a bad mood and I want to feel worse. I listen to Typo Negative, and I cried when Mr. Steele died, man. It was fucking terrible. And just want to say I love you and I love the rest of you guys, and fuck yeah. Story, you guys are fucking badass.
Good story, man. Thanks.
Right on.
Thank
Fuck
you.
off.
I'm out.
Fuck off, Gore.
Peace, man.
Fuck off, Corey. You got your time.
I ruin everything.
I No, that's
You're the
my
man,
job,
Gore.
fuckers.
That's fucking hilarious.
Gore pops on here and there, man. He's fucking awesome, man.
That's good.
Right.
Darren wanted me to ask you, do you mean your favorite, or he just said good metal venues outside of San Francisco and the East Bay? I don't know if he means, do you have a favorite over there?
I don't think he lived.
Meaning,
The Warfield in San Francisco.
there,
Okay.
all right, there you go, Darren.
I'll be there in September.
Oh, fucking A. Well, there you go, Darren. Go check him out.
I'll be there with Danzig.
Right on. I'm gonna try to get down to see you guys fucking Saturday for Ride for Dime.
Yeah, that's
Very
gonna-
close.
John Rich said he got laid a bunch to Typo Music.
Oh man, I got laid a bunch of typo music, and I wasn't even with another person.
What?
Glad we could help.
Fucking A.
I had to fuck with you, buddy. I apologize. I just had to.
That's all right.
I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, but hey, before you go, man, can we get you to say you're watching Josh's Metal Monday?
Hang on, I'm chewing M&M's.
Oh, that's
Do your
just
thing,
don't
brother.
swallow. Do it while you're chewing.
Do it all over your teeth. Get the chocolate all over your teeth.
Hey, this is Johnny Kelly from Typo Negative, and you're with the Joshes on Metal Mondays.
Thanks, dude.
You're the fucking man, brother.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man.
Good
You're
time.
welcome anytime.
Well, now that everything's
Johnny,
all
I'll
set
talk
up,
to
now
you,
I
brother.
can.
Thank you.
Fuck yeah, dude. We'll make
Thanks
sure you
a
get the
lot,
link
brother.
whenever you want to pop on. Hop on.
All right, right on. Yeah.
Usually we just fucking bullshit about what's going on that week in metal and just call people assholes and stuff.
Well, also, at Ride for Dime, I'm also playing with my cover band.
Well, what's
Oh,
that?
really?
Yeah. It's Frost Metal Coalition. It's me, Jack Frost from Sabotage, Mike LaPond from Symphony X, Alan Tecchio from Hades, and Charlie Clabb, who plays with Punky Meadows from Angel, and Andre. Do you know Andre Pashant?
No.
No? He's up from your area. Like, Western Mass, upstate.
Oh, I'm in New York, buddy.
I know. He's whatever, Poughkeepsie.
Oh,
Right?
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't nowhere near Western Mass.
Western Connecticut, I mean.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not sure who that is.
Gotta get technical, Josh.
I kind of just group all that stuff together as one place.
It's kind of nowhere near each other. Western Connecticut's like an hour from Poughkeepsie.
Right. Yeah. But anyway, it's like all these guys, and we play like all these like classic metal songs.
All right, on.
Judas Priest and Def Leppard and UFO and Rainbow and Deep Purple and stuff like that.
Awesome.
And they're
I
gonna
just
do
got
that.
it. I found it on Facebook. I'm putting all your links here in this description. So anybody that's watching this now or later, all these links are going to be in the video description. Go check all this stuff out.
Yes, go check it out.
Yeah, make sure I get that in there.
And yeah, it's actually, the band's a lot of fun, and it'll be a good way to close out the night. I think there's going to be like a jam thing after that band too. So, but I know they got bands starting I think like at noon, and it's like running all day long and stuff. And they're going to do the ride, and they do the ride, and usually with stuff like that they end up at the club, at the venue.
I hope this is a start that they're going to maybe change it up. I understand like a once a year thing, but that'd be cool. Each year they go to a different city or state, because I'd love to make it.
Now that they do one here in Dallas every year, and I know that they've done them in Nashville as well. And
I
know
thought it's been all over the fucking place. It's been popping up.
they've done Dime Bash out in
Oh, yeah.
LA.
Yeah.
See,
But
yeah,
I don't know if they've done them in any other cities. It takes a lot to to organize all that stuff. So I don't know. I guess it all depends on who locally is helping out, helping read out, to put it together and stuff.
Yeah, New York's a pretty good spot too. I can understand, got to go to a city where, they can actually make their money back and all that.
Well, it's to make the money, it's to donate it to charity.
Oh yeah.
So it's really it's a matter of just organizing to have a really good event.
It's just
Right.
people coming together. People that love the same fucking thing coming together for a little bit of a cause, hanging out.
Cool, maybe if they did something in Worcester, around what's the horror thing that they do there? What's it called?
The Palladium.
Yeah, what's that show that they do there? The horror convention.
The Metal Fest show.
Yeah, we do Metal Fest.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe,
what the hell?
maybe they could do
Hell
something
Fest?
like that to coincide with that, do a ride up there. Who knows? But stuff like that goes on all over the country.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to make it to a Rod for Diamond. I've seen, the Texas one. They had a pretty decent doc. It was like a fan-made documentary, but it was still pretty badass. And
It's pretty cool. Actually, now when I think about it, I played two of them. I played one. I played with Kill Devil Hill a couple of years ago in Dallas.
Okay.
I actually was just down Dallas. Like I said, I went to see Warbeast's final show. I got to help film it, but I finally got to go visit Dime's grave, man. That was fucking a surreal ass feeling, man. Just walking up to it and seeing, the Abbott headstone, and then get up to see the big plaque. I'm like, holy fuck, man! I can't.
I've been down there a few times. I haven't been down there since I moved here, but I've only been here really a week.
Yeah, I went over to the Rail Club over in Fort Worth.
I played there. I played there with, I was there in May. I played there with Hookers and Blow.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Hookers and Blow. I gotta go look up right now.
Yo,
have you guys heard
that's
that?
the 12th band listed.
I'm
No,
looking
I'm
at
looking
it right now.
Johnny.
Hookers and Blow.
That sounds right down my alley.
That's
Yeah.
that's me. That's Mike Duda from Wasp, Alex Grassi, the guitar player from Quiet Riot, and Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses.
Holy, how many fucking bands are you in? Jesus
There's a lot. There's a lot.
I just said 12, you fucker.
I think
That's
it's up
just
to
made
6 or
12.
7 or something like that.
Oh, Bud, you're gonna have to email us the rest of the links, I think.
That's why in the
Kenny has
post
to
I made
work
that you were
on
coming
his
on,
guitar.
I put Johnny Kelly of Typo, a shitload of other bands, and Rex Brown's project.
Yo,
Yeah, that
once
one's
again,
That's Rex Brown. That's the newest one.
Hookers and
yo, there is one coming out, but it's not for a little bit.
I got
Johnny and Christian from Creator, Bobby Hamble, and voila.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna work off his car.
Mhm.
I've been working my ass off.
I keep hearing about this band with you, Kenny. What's going on? Johnny, can you confirm this band's happening with Kenny here?
He told me that he would powder coat my rear end if I did a song, and I said send the track.
Oh, fuck. Dude, I'm driving down the
Powder coat his rear end. I love it. I use special rubber.
Actually, that sounded really wrong coming out.
Hold on, dude. We're gonna clip that out and we're gonna make that go viral on the internet.
Well, no,
Way
actually,
we
yeah,
could
Ken
just cut that clip
Ken
out.
asked me if I would do a couple of tracks for him, and I said, of course, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love watching Kenny play by himself. Like when he's playing with himself, it is very
Dude,
entertaining.
all right, that sounds wrong too.
He's really
No,
good
it's
at it, huh?
it's when you're playing with your fiddles and when you're fiddling with yourself.
Dude, the
And when-
load-in sucks. The load-in and the load-out sucks because I'm all alone.
Yeah,
I
I
can
know that's
imagine that's the worst band to be in when you got to bring everything into yourself.
yeah.
Yeah, and my left hand keeps on drinking way more than my right, and I don't know what to do.
Gotta tell you right, your left hand to stop drinking so much.
Well, no, you got to just double fist. You got to just double fist on the other hand.
You gotta tell your left hand to stop drinking until after the show, after loadout.
No, I
it
totally
still
agree.
blows my mind watching him do that shit. That's fucking awesome.
I don't know how you do that. I
Ernest going haywire.
see it, but I don't know how you pull it off.
Yeah, seriously, we should that should be the name of your next song. Ernest Goes Haywire. You dress up as Ernest.
Yo, they call me Ernest, Johnny. They're fucking honest. Ernest of metal. It's fucking epic.
Yeah, you know Ernest Goes to Camp or like Ernest, the Ernest movies. That's fucking T-Wing.
Ernest.
Yeah.
Ernest P. World. But
One of my buddies used to make us watch that stuff all the time.
I didn't mean it. It ended up becoming a thing because when we first met him, he sent me a link to his music video. I didn't even know he was watching us. And I'm like, dude looks like Ernest. And then he pops up in the chat. I'm like, oh, fuck, he's looking.
Yo, I found out about you guys from Joey Gonzalez, Blue.
Yeah, man.
Metal Mondays.
Oh, I know
So,
Joey.
props to Blue.
Oh, I thought we alienated him.
Yeah, we did.
Joey's a good dude, man. He helped this channel out a lot, and fucking he knows I'm a huge metal fan, dude. So he got me my first time ever backstage to watch a band side stage, and I am forever in that dude's debt. It was Super Joint. I drove to Cleveland. He got me the all access pass, and I was just like, I can't believe this is fucking happening.
Dude,
And,
Joey did with Drew.
yeah, Joey Gonzalez and Drew Shoup did our theme song. Yep. And fucking Joey and War Beast, those guys have been so fucking good to us, man. Like spreading the word, coming on the show, sharing videos and everything. And like I said, when I heard War Beast was playing their final show, I said, hey, I'm fucking flying down there. And, you know, they hooked it up again. I got to help film the final show, and those dudes are fucking awesome. But,
Yeah, Joey's a cool guy.
yeah, man, he's fucking amazing on them drums, dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah, we toured with them. We toured with Danzig, Super Joint.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man. And that dude fucking blows my mind on the fucking drums, man. I'm like, holy shit.
Johnny, that's when your tour bus broke down in New Hampshire. Remember? You were right down the road from my house with the Danzig bus.
Oh, yeah, right. Wait, what did we do? What, we blew a tire or something?
I remember
No,
you
I
told
think
me
it was like a radiator hose.
The power steering hose blew.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
and T-Bone went
But I happened
up,
to-
didn't he?
Right, we were sitting in some truck stop for hours, like a truck repair shop.
Oh,
Yeah, but I seen on my Facebook it shows, hey, Johnny Kelly's nearby, 10 minutes. I'm like, motherfucker, what are you doing? Remember I started talking, I'm like, oh, we just left, we got it fixed. I'm like, dude, that's it.
I think you were stalking him.
Right, we were playing.
You were looking.
Hmm?
You were stalking him. You were checking. You were like, "Where is he?"
No,
I know
back then
he's-
it would give you. Back then it would tell you different things and like give you these posts like where your friends have been while they just did this. Oh, he's been here and there. Remember the map and shit? I don't know. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
MySpace.
No.
my
that was-
my place.
that was only a couple- What's going on here?
I think we're freezing up a little bit. You guys still there?
Am I here?
Are you? Well, are you there?
Google's pulling that fucking dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm freezing up.
Fucking Boris trying to jump on again, and he's gonna get us.
All right,
Oh,
Right
well,
I think I'm back.
it's not.
Hey, let's call it a night.
Yeah, see, it's fucking.
All right, now I'm part of the club,
Call it a
right?
night because I would be.
You're listen, buddy. You're part of the club now. We'll send you a link every
Yeah.
week, and we could just go and talk about special things. That means special things to each other. That's what we do.
Thanks.
We can all be best friends.
We're best
And
friends.
Johnny, you can sign off anytime you want.
All right, I'm out.
Hop on for a minute or two.
All right, have a good night, man.
I need another beer. It's empty.
All right,
Thanks,
thank
guys.
you.
Later, everybody.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
I'll talk to
Later.
you soon.
Later.
Thanks, bye.